This video is sponsored by Rocket Sports, where you can get 15% off of their line of soccer products by clicking on the link down below. Rocket Sports sells a variety of soccer goals of all sizes and for all ages, along with other training equipment like rebounders to help you improve your game. They are not only great for team training, but for your own individual training as well. I personally use their products during my own training sessions, and I love them. Click on the link down below to check them out for yourself. Let's get into the video. Hey everyone, it's Dave here from SimplySoccer, where we are helping you to improve your game and stand out on the pitch, and we do that by releasing weekly soccer tip, technique, and training videos. So if you haven't already, what are you doing? Click that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss any of the new content that we release. Now, as the title suggests, and as I've already gone over, we're going over how to beat multiple defenders in soccer like a pro in this video, so let's get right into it. First two things I want to talk about, and two of the things that kind of go together, is to keep the ball moving and to also use your anticipation to beat multiple defenders. So let me explain what this looks like and what I actually mean. So one of the things you don't want to do is come to a standstill and allow multiple defenders to gather around you. You want to be continuously moving the ball, moving your body, swerving, dipping, and we'll be taking a look at some examples of players doing this and some examples of things you can do to improve this area. But the reason you want to do this is because, one, you want to keep the defender always guessing, off balancing them, and you also want to continuously be creating space around you. If you come to a standstill, even if you have only one defender around you, you allow other defenders to get involved, and you allow that defender to have reinforcements help him out. Coming to a standstill is playing into a defender's hands. You can ask any single defender. What they don't want a player to be doing is moving the ball and dribbling at them, because that's more dangerous, it's more unpredictable, it's more spontaneous. When you're completely still, that's a little more predictable. You're now exactly where the defender wants you to be. You're kind of just spending time in one spot, giving them an opportunity to think and strategize about what they want to do. Now, there are players who are very good at going from a standstill to beating multiple defenders, players like Neymar, Messi, Dybala, players of this caliber, but you want to learn how to beat multiple players while running with the ball and moving the ball first. This next thing is so huge, and it's anticipation, and I'm just going to say this right away. If you don't learn this, if you don't get good at anticipation when trying to beat multiple players, well, you're not going to be able to beat multiple players. And anticipation is being aware of the players around you and being able to react quickly when someone else kind of goes in for the ball or when space opens up. Because here's the thing, when you're taking on multiple defenders or you're going on a run, people are going to close in around you and try and take the ball from you. They're not going to wait for you as you reset yourself after you beat the first defender. They're going to come right in at you. So you need to anticipate this and act accordingly. So for example, maybe you beat a defender with a step over and another defender just kind of closes in on you. You need to be able to anticipate that and react accordingly. You're not going to have time to think, you're not going to have time to plan things out. Now, a great drill that's going to help you with being able to keep the ball moving effectively and skillfully and also improving your anticipation is called touch every step. Now, this drill is one of my absolute favorites. It's one of those drills that works on your spontaneity. It works on your ability with the ball at your feet, getting touches with the inside, the outside, and the soles of both of your feet. And essentially, as you can see here, I just have it set up in a little box, and I'm taking a touch almost every step. Now, not every single time, but mostly every single time. I'm doing this quickly. I'm doing this in control. Notice how the ball is not really moving far away from my body, obviously, because I have to keep it in this box. But what this teaches you to do is to keep the ball close, to react quickly. It improves your reaction time. It works on, again, keeping the ball really close to your body, working with the inside and outside of your foot. And it also gets you used to being spontaneous and reacting to what's going on around you. It's training you to do this. So if you want to learn not only how to keep the ball close to you and dribble quickly like I'm doing here, but also how to anticipate and react quickly, this drill is fantastic. Just do it for 3 to 5 sets for 30 seconds to a minute each set, and you're going to see your reaction time and your anticipation improve along with many different areas. So next important thing after you've worked on these areas, after you're good at your reactions, after you're good at anticipation, moving the ball and all that stuff, is you really have to follow your instincts. Look, I've already mentioned that you don't have time to think in these situations, meaning you have to follow your gut and your instincts, and you develop your instincts by doing drills like touch every step, like doing drills that work on these areas. They work on making these certain movements second nature or instinctual, so you don't have to think during these situations, you just react. So I want to throw that in there. When you see Messi, weaving in and out of people, when you see, saw Ben Arfa do it back a few years ago, when you see players like Dybala do it, they're not thinking, okay, I'm going to beat this guy to the right and then this guy is going to come in to the left. No, it's all happening within a split second instinctually, and you have to get to that point if you ever hope to be able to beat multiple players consistently or at all. One more skill I'm going to give you that's just going to help you in this area is you have to be skilled at not only keeping the ball close to your body and being able to move it around quickly, like you will learn to do in the touch every step drill, but you also have to be very adept at being able to push the ball into space far enough so that you get to it first, but not too far to where the defender can close you down. So what I mean is, dribbling with the ball close to your feet when you have a lot of space to move into is just going to slow you down. So for example, if you beat two players quickly and you can push it out into open space and then just open up your stride and sprint, it's going to allow you to bear down on goal faster. If you just keep the ball close to you, like in touch every step in that situation, those defenders are just going to recover and catch you up. So a great drill you can do is just what I call the line drill. You have one cone 10, 15 yards out in front of you and another cone another 10 or 15 yards out, and you just dribble at mild pace to the first cone, pushing it out a little bit and then coming back and then opening your stride even more and going to the second cone, working on pushing the ball out further, but still keeping it within stride and in control. Okay, so to finish up this video, I want to take a look at two examples of professional players dribbling multiple defenders and how they are using a lot of what I went over in this video to help them accomplish that, and I'm going to point out in each moment where they are doing that. So let's take a look first at an example by Ben Arfa. I hope I'm saying his first name right, but Ben Arfa, and then we'll look at another example of Lionel Messi to give you a better idea of how these things look when they're used at a high level in a professional setting and in a game, and so that you know what to look out for as well. So the first clip we're going to look at is this amazing dribble by Ben Arfa. Let's break this wonderful dribble down. So in this example, I want you to notice very quickly what happens after he spins away from the first defender. This is a good example of anticipation. You're going to see it in just a second. Now this final part's very important because you'll notice he takes a heavy touch into the box, and this is what we were discussing earlier in the video, knowing when to keep the ball close and knowing when to push it further. For the first 5 seconds of the dribble, he weaves in and out of the defenders with the ball in very close control, like the touch every step drill. But then you'll notice when he notices he has space in front of him, he pushes the ball out into that space. Remember, this is very important to remember. So now we're going to break down one of Messi's best goals ever. This is just a brilliant example of beating multiple defenders in a small amount of space, where Ben Arfa used a combination of heavier and lighter touches. Messi uses pretty much all tight touches in this one. So the first part of this is a great example of reaction and anticipation from Messi, what we've been going over in this video. Immediately after receiving the ball and control it, he anticipates the defender diving in at him, and his quick reactions allow him to take a touch past him. This next part is just genius because he does the same thing. Again, anticipation, quick reactions. He keeps the ball close to his body the whole time, but this little sequence where he beats about 3 players in the matter of seconds is a fantastic example of keeping the ball in close control, reacting to what's happening, and anticipating what the defender is going to do. Because again, you'll see he anticipates the defender diving in more than once, and is just able to cut them apart because of this. Alright guys, so that is how to beat multiple defenders in soccer like a pro. If you work on each and every single one of the things I went over in this video, I promise you, you will be getting better and better at this area. Now don't stress if you can't get it right away. Obviously there are a lot of components that go into it and it takes time. If you can't even beat someone one-on-one, for example, yet, focus on that first. You know, you have to take the steps necessary to get to this point, but if you keep working on this stuff, I promise you, you will improve this skill. All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you got something out of this, or you just like this video, or you just want to support the channel because you're a great person, please hit that like button and that share button and share it with your friends and teammates. I really do appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already to Simply Soccer. I mean, what are you doing? Come on, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.